Good morning, students. We continue with the explanation of the subject and verb agreement rules. In the last lecture, I had stopped with the use of words like neither, each, every, many, a. You have to use singular verbs. Let's proceed with the further explanation, which says over here, two singular nouns qualified by each and every. Now you have to remember these two words. Okay, these two quantifiers over here, that when each and every is used, again it would be every individual what we are speaking about in the sentence. Now look at the example over here, each boy and each girl. That means one boy and one girl, every boy and every girl. So when we are talking about every single individual, we choose a singular verb. Same comes with every man and every woman. So we have to consider again every single man present and every single woman present knows him. This is a verb plus s which is used as a singular verb. So when you have each and every and you have a noun followed by it, though it has been joined with and, we always take a singular verb with it. Now here a few errors have been discussed. The errors possibly which can happen while we are deciding whether the subject or plural, the subject or verb tallies or not. Let's see by citing these examples whether you would be correct or not. Now I'm talking about for this particular exercise over here, the small part of the exercise, we need to focus on what is the subject. It means what are we talking about. The behavior of the children were excellent. Now children is plural. Fine, point to be noted. But are we talking about children? No, we are talking about their behavior. And behavior is uncountable. And when it is uncountable, we pick up singular with it. So the answer would be the behavior of the children was excellent. That was the error in the sentence. Next one, not one of his lectures have ever been printed. If I am saying not even one, then how on earth can it be plural? So it should be not one of his lectures has ever been printed. So the focus goes over here on the subject of the sentence, rather seeing whether there are countable nouns behind it or not. Now, by that time, 2 weeks' salary were due. Now, if I'm talking about 2 weeks, am I talking about 2 weeks over here? No, I'm talking about the salary. Salary in the singular form over here. By that time, 2 weeks' salary was due. So be very cautious about your picking up the subject. What is the main concern of the declarative sentence? And accordingly, we'll choose the verb over there. Let's see a very, very important point over here coming up. Now we have got over here specific quantities or amounts. I will add on a few more over here, but let's focus on this first. 2/3 of the city. When we are having a fraction, okay, listen to me carefully. When we are having a fraction and behind it is a singular noun or which can be counted, remember that, counted as well as a singular, you will write a singular verb. But if I say 2/3 of the cars, then because this is plural, I would say 2/3 of the cars are in ruins. Children, city over here was singular and I picked up a singular verb. But if my verb at the back was 2/3 of this cars, which is plural in number, I would write are in ruins. Are in ruins, keep that in mind. Next one, 10,000, which is an amount. amounts are always considered to be singulars as we consider them to be a whole, one single amount, not separately written as numbers. 10,000 rupees is a good sum. 4 weeks is a duration, time duration, but considered to be 1 unit. 4 weeks is enough time to do the job. 10 kilometers, this is a distance. Okay, now I am adding to this specific quantity, amount, distance, duration. You ought to remember all this, that all will take a singular with them. Keep that in mind. Like if I say, and even, we can say the weight of something. 200 kilograms is the weight of the fat man. I cannot say 200 kilograms are the weight of the fat man. 200 kilograms will be considered as 1 unit. So what all did I tell you over here? Specific quantity, amounts, duration, distance, weight, even height. Consider even height over here. Okay, 5 feet 8 inches is Ma'am Sunaina's height. I cannot say 5 feet 8 inches are Ma'am Sunaina's height. Okay, keep that in mind. So all this into consideration, except for this one you need to be careful of. A fraction of a plural noun, which is written in plural over there. We'll be taking a plural verb, but a fraction of an uncountable noun, like if I say 2/3 of the milk is consumed every day, will come because milk is uncountable. Keep that in mind. But 2/3 of the cars, as I said, cars can be counted on finger. 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. So 2/3 of the cars were in ruins. Keep that in mind, children. This is a little bit different. Rather, everything will take a singular with it. Next one. The titles of the books and the names of sciences, the names of knowledge topics, like subjects we are talking about over here, and even the names of diseases, though they end with S, we cannot consider them to be plural because it's their name, though it is ending with S, like measles, tuberculosis, all ending with S, but they are not plural. I have added these to this list. Now let's discuss. The Arabian Nights is the name of a book. Though Arabian Nights over there is plural, but it's the name of a book, ek book. So we take a singular with it. The United States, considered to be a single unit, has a big army. Physics, again, it's a branch of knowledge. So physics is an important subject. Though it is ending with S, can't consider it to be plural. Mathematics also ending with S, can't consider it to be plural. For all these, I'm going to take a singular verb. All these take a singular verb. Branches of knowledge is there, sciences are there, diseases are there. All needs to be taken care of. Keep that in mind. Now, the verb following a relative pronoun always agrees in number and person with this antecedent. This word I had taught you when I was teaching relative pronouns. Who, whose, whom. For these relative pronouns, for whom have they been used is the antecedent. Okay, like I. Who am your king? Now, who has been used for I? This is the antecedent. I am the person who is to be blamed. Who is to be blamed? Now, for whom has who been used over here? I. Antecedent. He is one of those men who know everything. Here it is. Okay, he's one of those men who knows everything. Who know everything. Over here, these are your antecedents. I think there's a printing error, beta. He is one of those men who knows. This is wrong. He is one of those men who knows everything. Children, what we are talking about over here is, even if you have relative pronouns over here, antecedent decides which particular verb will you choose, singular or plural. He is one of those men. ये पूरे आदमियों में से एक आदमी है जिसको सब कुछ पता है. He is one of those men who knows everything. So remember, antecedents agree with the verb, not anything at the back. Let's go with the next one. Now when you use one of, like it came over here, this fellow's made a printing mistake. Bache, don't get carried away by this. Make this change in your workbook. One of, when you speak one of, most of them while speaking also make this error. You say one of my friend. बच्चे जब एक ही की बात कर रहे हो तो फ्रेंड कैसे हो सकता है? एक होगा ग्रुप में से. वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स, वन ऑफ माई टीचर्स, वन ऑफ माई रिलेटिव्स. अगर आप एक के बारे में बात करते हो ग्रुप में से, तो ग्रुप तो होना चाहिए ना बेटा. वन ऑन वन वी कैन नॉट टॉक. आई कैन नॉट से वन ऑफ माई टीचर. हाउ कैन इट बी वन ऑफ योर टीचर व्हेन यू टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली वन एंड देन यू सेइंग टीचर एट द बैक? Okay, can't be. Remember this. One of the boys in our class. How many bete? One. One. Do not consider these because you're talking out of this group only one. So here's your verb which totally agrees with your one has one words. Keep this in mind. So when you get a quantifier different from the word used just now, one. But two of, many of, several of, majority of. These quantifiers indicate many in number. बहुत सारे. Two of the boys. Two के बारे में बात कर रहे हो. Have will come. Many of the boys. Many means not one, more than that. Have will come. Several. Several and many mean the same over here. Were will come. The majority, that means more than one, obviously. So like will come, which is the plain verb, which is a plural verb. Keep that in mind. A lot of, plenty of. Here are some determiners. A lot of, plenty of, some of, half of, most of. Now let's dig into this. Some is used for countable nouns. Some of the houses. Some can't be one. Okay? When you're talking about a countable noun. So are will come. Some of the luggage. Luggage is uncountable. I can't say I have one luggage and two luggages. Improper English. I would say I have a piece of luggage and two pieces of luggage. So I would say some of the luggage were spoilt. So the moral of the story is, if some is used with a countable noun, see whether the countable noun is plural or singular, accordingly act. And if some is used with uncountable noun, use singular verbs over here. Use singular verbs over here, and here it depends upon, because some has been used, you will use over here plural, because some can't be used bache for one. Plural verbs. Keep that in mind. Same goes with half of. I just now discussed with you fraction when it comes. Half of the mangoes are countable or बहुत सारे. Half of the mangoes were unripe. Half of the money uncountable has. Same logic will go over here. Half of countable, plural verb. Half of uncountable, singular verb. Same logic again. Most of the houses, most of countable, plural verb, are most of uncountable, singular verb. Same goes with the rest as well. Same rule applies for the rest of it. Keep that in mind. Keep reading your rules. That's how you will do minimalistic error when you are solving the exercise. Okay, here comes another one. A number of is always followed by a plural verb. Obviously, when I say a number of people, what do I do but over there? There have been a number of accidents at this year. There have been a number of accidents. Okay, a large number of books. Large number will not be one. So are missing. Now when we say the last part of it, a great deal of, a good deal of, a large quantity of. Now, a great deal of children apply the same logic. Countable? No, uncountable. I can't say one money and two monies. So, a great deal of money, singular verb. Okay? A great deal of effort, was. Keep that in mind. A good deal of expenditure, was. A large quantity of coal was exported. Fine, keep that in mind here. Now that we have finished the explanation of the entire worksheet over here, please solve the exercises. Go through your entire video explanation and then read the rules of that and then solve. After 4 to 5 days, like at the completion of the week, I'm going to send you the answers. And hopefully, I will be randomly asking any roll number to submit their photographs of the books where exercises where they have solved. So be prepared. Thank you.